show. This is Bruce and Benny. Hope you guys are having an awesome day. Benny and I have arranged some note cards here that have a few questions on them. I'm only going to read a couple of them though. We don't really have time for all of them, and I think that concentrating on less would be beneficial to you as a listener than to briefly touch upon most of the cards. So, anyway, questions rather. Anyway, like I said, hope everyone's having a great day. And the reason I'm saying that is because I know a lot of people are working hard to have their day go well. As a matter of fact, people are working so hard and doing so well at work that a lot of more of their days are going to be better and brighter than, today. So with that being said, let me get down to the first question. What is work? A lot of people say, well, I work, or that's hard work. But what are we really saying to ourselves? We're not admitting defeat, right? We're saying to everybody else, I can't do this. This isn't possible. What do we really want to say? You people can't do this. Only I can do this, right? I'm the best person for the job. Why else would we want to do a job? Every other job that we don't want to do is basically a stepping stone towards the bigger foundation, isn't it? Right? I get that. If the jobs I had before this one were any better, I might have kept them. Even if I got paid more, even if the people were nicer, even if the job was easier. How is that better than anything else you're gonna have in the future, or are gonna, uphold for the future? It's not. What is work though? Do we have to touch base on this? Probably not. I'm gonna go ahead and do it though. I think it's really important because work in itself is not a standard. It's not something that's earned. It's not even something that's respected. It's something that's talked about. But how many people talk about it? Not too many people. I think a few people out of most, within some kind of control group, would say to themselves, I'm not even going to answer your question when it comes time for me to answer it. I know what work is. Feeding into the question only, resolves more question, doesn't it? With a concept like that, with an open-ended complex such as work. It's not money, but it is money. It's not people, but it is people. It's not money and people, because it's work. It's a singular, meaning. It's a singular adjective, right? Is it an adjective? I don't know. Is it a verb? Could it be a noun? What if artificial intelligence was in effect work? Could be a noun then. Could also be an adjective then, couldn't it? To describe AI, what they would do, or what you would do. Would you expect them to do what you would do, even if that's not your job? Isn't that all really work is anyways? Somebody else expecting you to do something they would have done. I think it's the wrong way of looking at it, but it brings up an interesting point. It really does. It's not like people can't think along those lines, because they do. That's how work is performed. You say to yourself, well, this needs to be done the right way, and even sometimes then you have to figure it out, right? You have to figure out the right way because you don't know enough about the situation, but you go ahead and proceed. That's your job. You do what you do because you may not be the best at that job, but you're really good at doing jobs, right? You're good at figuring things out, So you proceed, and you do your job and you go home for the day. What happens? You reflect on the job. It has a residual effect on you. Even when you're done with the job, there's a sense of accomplishment, Isn't that how we know pain is real? When it has a reflective meaning, a residual underlying effect, However isolated, right? And what is capacity? You know, you have the capacity to work, you have the capacity to proceed, to continue, you know, to residually interfere with something that needs to be changed, you know, as you don't want to be invasive, you know. But are we invasive when it comes to work? Are we damaging the environment? You know, are we changing ourselves? You know, making ourselves into something that we aren't or can't be, don't like, whatever the situation may be. You know, I don't think so. You know, it's only at times when we say to ourselves, "This job can't be done." Do we always come to discover all these other reasons now why this job shouldn't have been done in the first place. You know, it's hindsight. You know, it's not complaining. We can't do the job at that point. We're proceeding in life, therefore, aren't we? You know, and people wonder. I'll tell you though, old news is not good news. It really isn't. You know, who knows the difference, right? When you turn the channel on, you know, channel what have you at 11, you know, what happens to somebody who saw that at 10 or 9? Is it old news? From one observer to the next, is that old news? It must have been old news the whole time. If it is, you know, it might just be an opinion. I mean, is that news? Right? Can news anchors have news that's old as an opinion? I don't know. What's the world coming to? That's really what we need to ask ourselves. I mean, that's really what all the work is for, isn't it? That job that you do behind the counter, you know, in front of 1,000,000 people, 1,000,001 people. It's a job. It's work, you know? It's what the world's becoming to. And not to mean that it's becoming a job. It's the world is becoming something because of work. You know? Life will never be a job. Job's not big enough to encompass the entire involvement of life. It's not. It really isn't. You know? If it did, it wouldn't even encompass sleep. It'd still make the concept false. So what do we do for jobs, right? What do we do for work? I'll tell you what we do. We do what we want. We do what is us. You know? Even if that's something we hate. Right? Because what it's all about? It's about finishing the job. You know? If an artist wakes up too late, they still can paint a picture. Life goes on, guys. And apparently so does work. I don't know. I think to myself every time I get upset about work, sometimes when I can't finish something, you know what I do? I pretend like I finished it. Alright, I'm gonna leave you with that. I hope everybody has a great day, stellar day. Really, I really do. And Bennie says that he'll catch you guys on the flip. Peace.